Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to Puck Beauty Oz. I should say welcome back to myself as well, seeing that I've been away for 3 months. I know, I can't believe it either. I've just been doing some things, sorting things out. If you follow me on Instagram, you may know that I went to New Zealand for a bit. I was visiting my family for a bit. And in that time, I actually found out I was pregnant. So my fiance and I, Hartley, I'm sure you've seen him in one other video I did, Masks with Mates, and we're actually engaged. I kept saying my boyfriend because we weren't publicly engaged yet, but now I can share it that we've been engaged for the past year. We got engaged in July last year in Bali. It was really beautiful. I'll show you pics, but I look horrible because I had no warning. I just came back from being really sick. But yeah, it was really good though. I was really excited and it was beautiful, like, as you can imagine. But yeah, so there's my ring. I don't know, you've probably seen it in the other videos because I've been wearing it this whole time. I just haven't been saying that he's my fiance. But yeah, so basically my fiance and I are expecting twins. I'm about 20 weeks pregnant now. By the time the video uploads, I'll probably be about 21 weeks. These are my first babies. This is my first pregnancy. And basically, this video is just explaining like just how things went down and things that I've been experiencing so far up until now. I haven't decided whether I'll be doing month by month updates for the last few months or bi-weekly updates. It's up to you, so please comment if you'd like to see like a month by month or every couple of weeks to see how things are going. I know my shirt's too big on my shoulders, but my tummy's gonna get really big, so I've been getting really big sizes because I can't find any good maternity wear that I like. So if you know anywhere, comment below and I'll check it out as well. But yeah, so let's get into it. While I was away visiting my family, I started feeling a bit off, or more off than usual, and I decided to do a test because Dr. Google said it was either early pregnancy or I was dying of cancer, which is usually the case. You know, there's never any in between, is there, with Dr. Google? It's always like, it's cancer. Sorry, and I'm like, ugh. Okay, so I decided to rule out if it was early pregnancy so I could go tell everyone that I only had a few weeks to live, but luckily it was pregnancy, which at the time I didn't know whether it was likely or not because, as you know, I'm still studying, we're not married yet and everything, so it was going to be a bit complicated. And then after going away and coming back, we went to the doctors, got an ultrasound, and it was a dating ultrasound just to confirm because there are lots of things that could give a false positive. The polycystic ovaries as well can give false positives from the home test. Any kind of ovarian cyst, really. There's such thing as molar pregnancy. So I was still thinking like, oh, it's probably these things. I'm probably not even pregnant, you know. But went to the doctors, got ordered an ultrasound, and I've been really lucky because I haven't had any morning sickness at all. I had random bouts of nausea, but it wasn't like anything really bad that I was like throwing up for hours or anything. So the ultrasound technician was like, "Oh, have you had excess nausea?" And I'm like, "No." And I'm like, bracing myself to be like, "Yeah, because there's nothing in there, you know." But she's like, oh, that's strange because there's two. So yeah, so we found out we're having twins. And I do know the genders, but I think I'll share that a bit later because I have another ultrasound tomorrow, which I'm just going to double check and double confirm before I tell everyone and get it wrong. Because I've seen videos that someone hears one thing and gets really excited and tells like everyone. And then it's like, actually, we got it wrong. So I've told a lot of people, don't get me wrong, if you're on my Facebook, you probably know. But I was like, actually, maybe I should wait. So yeah, I'll do the ultrasound tomorrow, confirm, and then I'll do another video about it. So my pregnancy has gone really well so far. especially considering that there are a few factors that changed my pregnancy from just a regular low risk pregnancy to a medium to high risk pregnancy. My weight, I won't share with you exactly how much I weigh, but as you know, I am on the bigger side. I am overweight. I guess I should face it and say it, but yeah, so I'd always planned like, oh, by the time I'm there, I'll start losing weight, you know, every time. Just keep putting it off and everything, but this happened, and now my weight can cause some complications like gestational diabetes. So because of all the changes that are happening to you while you're pregnant, you can actually develop diabetes that stays with you just for the pregnancy, and then sometimes it stays with you onwards. Just complications with the birth, things there that do take it to the higher risk. The fact that there's 2 babies. I was really fortunate enough to have the least risk type of twins. So basically there are 3 types of twins. There's DCDA, which is the type I have, meaning they have 2 placentas and 2 sacs. So it's like 2 completely different pregnancies, but they just happen to happen at the same time. However, we don't know whether they're identical or fraternal. Usually fraternal, but if the eggs split really early on before they implanted, it could be identical, and they could have implanted at different parts of the uterus, still giving DCDA twins. So as I said, that's the easiest one because they're not sharing any vital arteries in the placenta. They're not sharing a space in the sac. They're pretty much separate and doing their own thing, but just at the same time inside me, which is cool. It's really exciting. It's really strange when I think about it sometimes. But yeah, the second type is MCDA, which earlier on, about a month ago or a month and a half ago, they suspected that that was the type I was. And that means that there's only 1 placenta, but then there's 2 sacs and 2 babies. So this one causes complications because there's a thing called triple TS, which is twin-to-twin transfusion syndrome, where blood vessels are connected in the placenta from each baby. So one baby could be getting more nutrients than the other, or they could be transfusing. I won't use big words and I won't use the proper terminology, but basically it could lead to one being malnourished or dehydrated and one being overhydrated and their sac swelling up too much, because I think at week 15, no, I think maybe a bit earlier, they start drinking the amniotic fluid and urinating to help fill up the sac as well. So if it's overhydrated, it over-urinates and obviously overfills up the sac, whereas the other one, being dehydrated, will drink too much and try not to urinate, and then the amniotic sac is smaller. So that's pretty high risk in twins that are sharing a placenta. So that's the second type, and that one could be either identical or fraternal as well, because if they're fraternal, they could just implant in the same place after being discharged and fertilized, and then just happen to just grow and share 1 placenta. But it's also very common in twins that split at implantation before they actually come out, so they get their own amniotic sac. The third type, is MCMA, which is 1 sac and 1 placenta. I don't really know much about the risk factors for that one, just because I didn't really research it, because it didn't really apply to my pregnancy. But that's the one where you usually see pictures of them cuddling each other and all those kinds of things, because they're just in the 1 sac. That one is always identical because it's all the genetic information for the placenta, and the amniotic sac is all from the 1 egg. So usually happens when the babies split after those things have already been formed and been expressed. So yeah, those are the 3 types of twins. I'm fortunate enough to have the first type, so it does reduce the risk for it. However, there are still some risks associated just because there's 2 babies inhabiting a space that's usually designed for 1, especially because it's my first pregnancy. So if you've had a pregnancy before and given birth, you can actually grow a bit bigger, so you can accommodate more room. When you're first, there's not as much room to grow because your body's not actually used to it. Although it's designed for it, your body hasn't gone through it yet, so everything's just stretching for new, like a brand new. And yeah, so it's like muscle memory. So if you used to do a certain sport when you were younger, you try and do it again, it's not as hard for you to pick it back up a bit. But yeah, and that's basically the same thing for pregnancy. Things that make my pregnancy different as well is that there is quite a higher chance of a C-section. I discussed with my OB, and I plan to have a natural birth, but it all depends on whether the baby's birth turn in time. Obviously, you can push it a bit with 1 because there's more room for them to move leading up to the delivery. But ultrasound I had, they said one of the placentas for twin A, so they label them because you have to have special measurements for each of them to see how each of them's developing, and they're actually really close. They're always within a few millimeters of each other, which is really good. Like I'm so proud of them already. I know they're not here yet and everything, but I just love them so much already, and I'm so proud that they're growing and they're sharing nicely already, you know. So yeah, they're really close to each other in size and weights so far. I'm getting baby things, which is another thing with twins, is that, man, 1 baby is expensive, 2 babies, like from the prams to everything, almost everything almost doubles in price basically. You'd think like it'll go up a little bit, you know, because people have twins, and twins are becoming more common. Fraternal twins are more common than they used to be. Identical twins are still the same at 1 in 4,000 chances of happening. But yeah, it sounds like yeah, there should be things, you know, like for twins, specially designed for twins, or if you say you're having twins, you should get discounts. So far, I haven't got any discounts for because I have 2 babies. Everything's so expensive, so I'll put my mom and my sister planning a baby shower for me, and I'll put like a whole bunch of things on the registry. And I'm like, if you can't buy it, just give me money so I can, because basically I haven't even put like just 1 thing, is like clothes and stuff, because I just need things like car seats, because you can't take the baby home if you don't have a car seat. And now we need 2 car seats, and they're like, oh, she got a convertible one, because when they outgrow 1, then we still have to get twice, we still have to get another 2, and it ends up being like ridiculously expensive. So yeah, I think that's the only thing that's really stressing me out. Everything else has been really pleasant, actually. I just get so tired. Like, I'll be like, oh, let me sit down for a little bit, just put my feet up for a second. And then I'll wake up 2 hours later and be like, what the hell? What's the day going, you know? And yeah, so that's basically it. And that's basically all that's been happening. Is just, I've been taking it easy for the babies. I do feel them move now, which is like, I was waiting so long because, I don't know, everyone says it'll fly by, it'll go by so fast, but I feel like it's taking forever. Like, I'm only halfway, and I'm like, I just want them here. I just want them here now. I want to hold them, I want to feed them, you know, I want to play with them. But anyways, I hear later on it gets crazy, and you're always like this now, and then when they're coming, you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not ready. Give me a few more weeks, you know. So I'll just enjoy it. I'm enjoying the whole thing. I I like that I get to eat every couple of hours and no one judges me. Or when they do, I just go, I'm pregnant with twins, leave me alone, you know, and then everyone's like, oh wow, that's so cool. So yeah, I like that, and I like that everyone lets me nap. Like, just I'm milking it a bit, I think, but the naps are the best. Sometimes it's a bit irritating because you just want to be like your old self and do things and get out. But then other times it's always good to be like, oh no, I can't. I need to have a nap today. Especially in Australian weather. So it's spring here, and we don't have like a moderate spring where the weather is just like, oh yeah, it's just warming up for summer, you know. It's like, no, today's a summer day, and then tomorrow's a winter day, and then here's another summer day, you know. Until finally it's just like, no, it's summer now, and it's just all 35 degrees and higher. Especially where I live here in South Australia, it's crazy. So yeah, I just like to sleep it away and yeah, not think about it too much. But yeah, so please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything else you want to hear about or talk about. Please stay tuned. I'm sorry I've been away for so long, but I'm just going to upload a whole bunch in the next week or two to come. I'll do one on how I got this look here. And yeah, oh, and I'll do one explaining my hair. I've changed my hair like twice and I still haven't said anything about that yet. So those videos are coming up in the next couple of weeks. Thank you so much for being so patient with me. Sorry I've been away, and I'll keep you updated on these babies and everything that's happening. And yeah, thanks so much. Bye.